says it's starting. So just wait.
Why is that counting down for 15 minutes again?
I have no idea.
Oh, there it goes. Ah.
Okay. And there's our comments on the side.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Perfect. All right. Hello, everybody. It is, well, maybe just give it a second here. We're getting all the notifications and everything. But, yes, we are live on Facebook for a change. It's really different from YouTube, actually. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So, we wanted to jump on here today, as I posted yesterday, stating that we were going to be more busy with this page in the next upcoming days. We thought we would start today. So we thought we'd jump on, say hi to everybody. Now, we're kind of torn whether to go on Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook, and we picked Facebook. I think we're going to start gearing more towards Facebook, more than YouTube and Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just thought it sounded like someone fell down the stairs.
Oh, no, it's just a door. So, yeah, we wanted to come by and see how everyone was doing, what everyone's been up to. Thrifting has not been the easiest thing to do during a quarantine. That is for sure. But we've been making it work. As you guys probably know, I have been down with my kidney stones. Sorry, I'm loading up our screen here. But yes, I've been down with a kidney stone, big 17 millimeter kidney stone. And how many? 3 times I tried to get it blasted from lithotripsy. That did not work. So I ended up getting it blasted right in my kidney just a couple weeks ago. And yeah, the saga continues. So it was supposed to be done today, but it's not. So whatever. We're stuck inside anyways. So, but yeah, we wanted to come by and say hi to everyone. We haven't been live in, I think, since Christmas.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think that was the last one. That was probably, yeah. Have we? I don't even know.
No, I think it was Christmas. That's the last time we were live. And as far as vlogs go, I think we did the news vlog and that was it.
That was our most recent.
Yeah. So we wanted to come by, touch base with everyone, see how everyone was doing. Also, we're trying to build up our Facebook followers, let them know what we're all about. I put all of our YouTube videos on Facebook, so they're really easy to find now. Or you can go over to YouTube, subscribe over there. But they are on Facebook. You can watch them on Facebook. Yeah, so I don't know. No one's here, so we have no questions. We have no one to talk to. So I guess where have we been selling? So a little history on us. We sell on Amazon, eBay, Etsy, Poshmark, and then the local scene, Kijiji, Facebook. We tried Let Go. I have like 60 items on Let Go.
We just let go.
Yeah, we let go of Let Go. Yeah, it's no good. Maybe in the States it's good, but in Canada, not so good. So our biggest selling platform would be Amazon. We do FBA on Amazon. We thrift where everyone else thrifts, Value Village, Goodwill, everywhere. We find little nooks and crannies, little holes in the wall. Anywhere we can get cheap stuff, that's where we go. And yeah, we mostly do board games. We normally have a board game wall behind us. If you see a lot of our other videos, you'll see a board game wall. I assembled a new board game wall. See, at our old place, we had an actual wall, and I put the board games against the wall. And we had to move, so we moved, and then I built another wall, and it's been in our hallway now for 3-4 months. Probably.
Yeah, it's been there for a while.
And the dog is scared to death of it. But yeah, so today I brought it in, going to put it behind us, and it just wasn't working. So I just grabbed some boxes with stock in it that I've been picking away at lately. Doing a lot of local sales. But back to Amazon. Yes, Amazon is our main platform. We sell FBA on Amazon.ca. We were selling on Amazon.com, but we found there was more opportunity on Amazon.ca. So that's where we're selling. We also sell on eBay. I've been selling on there for about 23 years now. It's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Etsy has always kind of been like, it gets a few of our eBay items. You know, if we have 500 eBay items on, Etsy maybe has like 50. It just kind of gets our straggler vintage eBay stuff. But lately I've been really pounding Etsy, and we've been getting like 2 sales a day, 2-3 sales a day.
Good.
Yeah, it's been really good.
Mm-hmm.
This sounds awful, but the coronavirus for our business has actually been really good. So we mostly sell board games, and when everyone went into quarantine, they were looking for things to do at home, so they went on Amazon and they were buying board games.
Mm-hmm.
So we sold a ton of board games. We were having like $300-$400 days every day for 2-3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2 or 3 weeks, just nonstop. Everyone was buying our stuff. Our inventory went from about 1,200 items down to about 400 items. So it's pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the quarantine's been good as far as that goes. But now everyone's starting to get out again, and our stock's kind of depleted, and Amazon's not taking in any boxes right now. So we can't send anything to Amazon. So now our Amazon sales are going down. So I'm really ramping up our eBay sales and Etsy sales and our local sales. Local sales have actually been awesome. I never really hammered local sales. If I found something really cool or whatever, I'd put it on, or like a board game. Certain board games go, like Catan.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Ouija boards locally go really good. But I wouldn't put everything on there. Well, lately, you know, being in my condition, like just not feeling well lately with the whole kidney stone thing, and with Amazon not taking the boxes, I'll take an item and like this hockey puck here, and I'll put that on Etsy, I'll put it on eBay, and I'll put it on the local scene as well. And I put a lot of 40 hockey pucks in one picture, and I said each puck $10. And a guy wrote me from London, Ontario, and he said, I'll take the whole lot. And he paid $100 for a lot of 40. And so I shipped that off to him, and I put up another lot on Facebook, and he wrote me and said, hey, is this the same lot or a different lot? And I said, it's a different lot. He said, I'll take that one too. So that was Friday, and then the next lot sold on Saturday. So $200 just in pucks. I had a ton of pucks lying around. Lots of pucks. So yeah, so we're just ramping up everything right now, other than Amazon. I'm not sure when Amazon's going to start taking our boxes again, but it wouldn't matter even if they could, because Value Village isn't open. We have no way to source board games and books and stuff like that. Everything's pretty much closed around us still. So, yep. So how is everyone else doing out there?
If you're watching, let us know what's going on.
Is everybody I guess, well, you know, in the States there is some Goodwills open. Mike from Global Voodoo, he did a video, like 2 weeks ago now probably. And he went to a Goodwill, got the mask on and had his hand sanitizer and everything, and he went out. What was so significant about the pucks? They're just vintage pucks, different teams. There's collectors out there, they'll collect just about anything. And this guy was a big hockey puck collector, I guess. So I don't know. Every team you could pretty much think of, 80 pucks. That's a lot of pucks. There was only a few NHL in there, a lot of OHL, and then a bunch of teams I don't really even know. Like, could be defunct teams that aren't even around anymore, but this guy collected them. So, and a lot of pucks you'll find, well, of course not this one, but there'll be little holes on the side, and those little holes were from when they were mounted in a display. So Yes, and stamps. I've been selling a lot of stamps lately. But it's kind of funny. I don't know if you guys are like this too, but if you were buying something from somebody like in another province, um, would you e-transfer them like $100 and just hope that they would send it to you? I mean, that's pretty good faith. I mean, my rating on Kijiji or, Facebook is really good, so I guess I could refer to that. But I did have a guy that was only about an hour from here, and he said he didn't want me in LA. He didn't want to e-transfer anything. He wanted to wait. It was a hockey card. Gotcha, makes sense. That's what I was thinking. It was like, damn, maybe I should start grabbing pucks. If you look up pucks on eBay, I bet you there's some, like, obviously the autograph pucks are going to be worth a lot of money, depending on the player. But if you just get like a vintage game used puck, I'll put in, as I have my eBay, I have 2 screens. So put in like a game used puck. Take a look and see. Yeah, so if it's signed and it comes with a COA, then yeah, it's going to be worth money. But these were just regular old pucks, just like the one I held up. So let's sort. I'm going to sort highest to lowest. I was thinking here. Looks like $30. See, there's an Alex Ovechkin puck worth $1,400, and then it goes down to $1,100. But those are going to be like autographed pucks, and
they have a certificate of authenticity.
Yeah, they have a COA with them as well. Now here's one. It's a Spalding puck from 1930, $400. It doesn't have it just says it's an NHL game used puck, $400. Here's another one for $400. There's no COA. There's no team. They're just pucks. So if you see pucks while you're out thrifting for like $1 or 50 cents, I would grab them. When I bought these pucks, I bought a milk crate full. I used to work at a flea market, and I was fishing up an auction, and I just happened to see this box, like crate of pucks, and I called the owner and I said, "What do you want for these pucks?" And he goes, "I don't know, give me like $60." So that's fine. Give him $60. And over time, I've been selling pucks from this crate anywhere from $10 to $30 a puck. So we've probably sold maybe 20 pucks.
Yeah, you sold a lot.
Yeah, I sold like 20 pucks at between 10 and $30. And then this was a good way just to kind of just ship the rest of them, dump the rest of them, make $200 plus whatever I've already made. I made some good money on that. So yeah, you never know what people are going to buy. That's, people will collect anything. So even marbles, like if you're at Value Village and you see a bag of marbles and you think it's not worth anything, marbles can be worth a lot of money. If there's just that one marble in all those, penny marbles, there might be that one German hand painted marble, $800, $1,500. So don't be limited. That's for sure. I see a lot of people are limited. I only sell teddy bears, or I only sell this, but no, we try not to limit ourselves. Our Amazon, we sell everything from board games to Depends to books to, I bought, how many was it? It was like 40. I think it was like, I went into a thrift shop and they had a whole wall of Depends. And I said to the owner, like, you want $10 a pack for them? I said, would you do like $4 a pack? And he said, give me like $5 a pack. I said, fine. So I bought them all. And at the time I had a Sebring, and I jammed them all into the back, all into the passenger seat, and some into the trunk as well. My car was full of Depends. I came home and I packed 2 of these giant Amazon large boxes full of Depends, and I mailed them all off to Amazon. I think they were going for about $30 for one bag of Depends, and I paid $5 a pack. And we sold out in maybe a month. Like, it was a month and they were gone. So,
and people bought multiples of them, like as if it was for like a nursing home.
I think it was, yeah. I think a nursing home bought multiples. And I mean, our price was pretty competitive with like Shoppers Drug Mart or a local drugstore. You know, it's not like we were gouging or anything, but it's just they had them at the thrift store for $5. Actually, I was at Shoppers Drug Mart mailing something a couple weeks ago, and the guy says, "Oh, you know, we got talking about thrifting," and he says, "What are you doing?" I showed him the scanner for Amazon, and as I was walking away, like I said, buying everything, as I was walking away, I see a clearance bin, and I pick it up and I scan this thing, and it came up like $35, and it had $2 on it. So I look back over to the post office, and I'm like, "See, $2." 35 and I'm like, I'm gonna take both of them, and I bought two of them, and they went off to Amazon. That was before this whole corona thing happened. Might have to switch up my interest. You know, just anything and everything you can think of. You know, anything and everything you can think of. Anything you see, don't limit yourself, that's for sure. I've always said that, and now that I've been posting locally, I really, you really do see it more. Like, I always thought, you know, people locally wouldn't pay $50 for this thing of stamps. That has to go on eBay. That's the only way I'm going to sell this thing. And I put it on, and now I have a guy, and he's bought stamps off me 5 times now. Like, he's given me, I don't know what, $80, and he drives here, he picks them up. We do the cashless e-transfer. Put him in the mailbox, he picks him up, and away he goes. And he's my stamp guy. You know, I got a stamp guy now. If I ever get stamps, I got a guy, I just write him and he'll come get them. I now have a milk bottle cap guy. And there was something else I forget. Yeah, but no, it's been really good. So what have you been selling? What are your interests? Where do you sell? Where does everyone sell? I always like to say using multiple platforms is like having multiple lines in the water. You're going to catch a fish. If you only have one line in the water, if you're only using eBay, you know, you're only going to have that one. So one line in the water. So we try to do it all. The only thing we don't do is, well, I shouldn't say don't. We have done merchant fulfilled before on Amazon. I'm just really tired. I had no sleep last night. I usually stick to vintage toys, collectibles, video games, etc., just because that's what I know best. Yeah, you know, so you must be selling on eBay. Vintage toys, probably an eBay seller. So you could take your vintage toys, put them on Etsy, and you do the local market as well. And like I say, if you live in Ontario, somebody from Alberta or BC might write you and say, you know, I want that toy. And they'll send you the money, e-transfer, and you'll be packing it up and shipping it just like you would eBay. All I do when I do that is when I ship it, I take a picture of the receipt with the tracking number on it as soon as it goes. And then that way they know it's gone and they can track it. And you know, and sometimes if they are a little, you know, gun shy, well, I don't know if I want to transfer the money. I say, well, here's my eBay page. Go check my feedback. You know, here's my Amazon page. Go look at my 1,000 items for sale. You know, here's my Etsy page. Go check that out. And here's my Kijiji stuff. And by the time they see all that, they go, okay, fine. You know, I'll send you the money. Yeah, video games have become really popular reselling in the last, I don't know. It's really picked up in the last maybe 3 years. Like, it's really jumped. The vintage video games. I can't really seem to get rid of PlayStation 3 games. PlayStation 1 games, kind of, depending on the game. PlayStation 4 games, you can buy them for like $10 on like the local scene now, really. But it seems like the vintage ones are where the money's at. Vintage toys. Yes, like I said, I worked at a flea market. Lots of vintage toys. I always got to see stuff like that. We had about, 30 or 40 vendors in there. And every day they would just come in with like a big box of something and let's go through the box, you know, and you're looking, oh, I found this. And it was great working there on a Saturday, because they would go garage selling the whole day. And then Saturday around, you know, like 2, 3 in the afternoon, they'd be bringing it in and you get to go through the boxes and see all this really cool stuff. Yeah. But yeah, we're going to focus more on Facebook. So I don't know. Crystal started a Facebook page, Insta Yarn Creation. She does crocheting, and she also started a YouTube page. And after about 2-3 weeks, she said to me, you know, YouTube's going nowhere, and Facebook's really taking off. So she's kind of the brains behind us switching our format over to Facebook. So we'll see what happens. You know, we never really posted daily. Actually, I was doing daily vlogs.
Yes, on YouTube.
Yeah. And I would just talk about the stuff I bought that day, the stuff that sold, and then if anyone had any questions. And sometimes it would last 10 minutes. Sometimes it would last over an hour, depending who all jumped in. So I might get into that as well. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see a daily vlog. I have so much junk just on my desk. I could do a whole vlog just the stuff on my desk. Or if you have any questions, save them up, write them down, and then if I go live, you know, you can fire off a question. But I don't know. I guess anything else?
Not that I can think of. I
No.
mean, you're the brains behind this operation.
Behind this operation. Oh, here we go.
Oh, we just.
It didn't scroll down the comments.
Oh.
Yeah, he is doing eBay and Facebook. Right on. Also do Etsy. Etsy's cheap. It's like, I think it's 30. Is it 20 cents? And it lasts for 60 days. Is that right? You just started Etsy.
It's 3 months.
3 months for like 20 cents per item.
That's 20 cents US. So
yeah. They're probably in deals.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 20 cents for 3 months. And that's where all the vintage stuff is on Etsy. If we get a vintage Sony, like a yellow Walkman, we can get about $80 for it on Etsy, and on eBay we might get $30-$40 for it. So definitely Etsy, cross-post it.
Yeah, if it's old.
Yeah, if it's old. Well, even Discman, like a Discman. I just sold one. It was a pink Sony.
Yeah.
A pink Sony Discman. I sold it for $30. Yep. Most recent flip was a bin full of vintage Shira. Paid $54, and so far up to $1,500 in sales on eBay, just from them alone, and still have half a bin to go through. Wow. Another friend of mine owns a market here, and he's really into He-Man, G.I. Joe. He started off with sports stuff, then he got into comics, then he got into movie memorabilia. Now he's into toys. So he's doing Transformers, He-Man, Star Wars, all that stuff. He loves it. He does really good with it. And he goes to all the shows in like Ottawa, Toronto, these big shows. And yeah, he does really well with it. One figure sold for over $600 alone. Wow. Yeah, it's crazy the amount of money you can get for sure. I walk into his store and he's like, man, I went to the show and I bought this and I traded this, and he's showing this one's worth $1,000, this one's $600, and this one's $500, and this one's like a $300, and he's like, show me. Like my head's spinning. Kevin, you know who you are. Yeah. He loves all that stuff now. He's gotten really into it. And I think I'm partly to blame for that. I used to have a comic book store, and he used to come up to my shop. And I think he saw how I was doing with comics, and he was doing all the sports stuff. And all of a sudden he started doing comics too. So. But he took it to a whole new level. Like, this guy's buying graded comics, really expensive graded comics, comic collections. It's nothing for him to spend like $20,000, $30,000 on a collection, like a big collection. I wasn't doing that. No. No, I was more the back issue guy who would sell, you know, comics for anywhere from $1 to like maybe $40-$50 if I had a really good one or a signed one or something. Actually, I just sold a comic the other day for $40.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, it was a Punisher, and it was autographed by one of the artists of the book. Sat on it for a year before I noticed the figure. Got it sold for $700 that night. Posted everything on eBay. Wow, that's awesome. You know, I've done that before. I've had a death pile sitting beside me for the longest time, and I just reach in, I'll post this, and boom, it sells, and it sells for a lot of money. Yeah, I've done that a couple times. That's such a great feeling. But you kind of feel like, why didn't I post this earlier? But I don't know. It's kind of motivation when you're digging through a death pile and something sells for so much. But that's kind of what I've been working at it too, is beside me I still have a death pile. I hate taking pictures of clothes. I just picked up some really good like POSHMARK stuff, but I'm just not into taking pictures of clothes. Like, so I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of behind Crystal here. There's a chair just like this one, and I have a white roll of paper right here, and I just cover a chair, and we have a big boom light, and I put it on it so I can sit in my chair right at my desk, turn around, take a picture of the hockey puck, whatever, and nice and easy. But when you're with clothes, I got to find somewhere to hang them, put them on a hanger, make sure.
We need a mannequin.
Yeah, but then I got to dress a mannequin. Can you imagine? Shirt on, shirt off, shirt on, shirt off.
But it would look good.
It would look good, but I don't know. I don't have the time. I don't have the patience. I don't know. You should take over our POSHMARK.
Should I?
Yeah.
I have my own POSHMARK now. I could.
Yeah, that's true. You do have your own POSHMARK. Yeah, I don't know. There seems to be a lot of resellers in the States. They sell clothing. I think it's because they can pick up like clothing from the bins for like 5 cents for like a Ralph Lauren, like a polo shirt for 5 cents. So they're just buying this stuff in bulk. Like, I paid $10 and got like 15 Ralph Lauren's, 1,000 Tommy Hilfigers, whatever. So yeah, they're going to be selling on POSHMARK because, well, it's costing them nothing and they're making a ton of money. And the shipping system in the States is awesome. To ship a shirt, you're looking at like what, $2, $3 in Canada to ship a shirt. Our POSHMARK minimum for shipping is $12.99, right? It's $12.99. So if they buy one shirt that ships even for maybe $10 in Canada, it's still $12.99. So it's probably a downfall for POSHMARK, but. And for us to buy that, we don't have bins around us. So for me to buy a Ralph Lauren polo shirt, at Value Village, it would be about $25. And at the Goodwill, you'd be looking at, they're up to around $8 to $10 now. And as far as I can tell on eBay and from what I've sold on POSHMARK, I might get maybe $20, something like that. So I don't know. It's with our prices being so high with shipping and not having the bins, clothing isn't really that, I don't know, number one priority for me. It's funny though, you go to Value Village and these people in the back, they think they like know it all or something. I don't know. And if they see like something that they think's worth a lot of money, they'll stick a big price tag on it. Like, I don't know, say an iPod, right? If they get an iPod, they'll stick it on the in the showcase for like $40. And then you go to another Value Village and hanging on the wall, and I did this, go back in our Instagram, I picked up 2 iPods in a bag for, I think it was like $3.99 in Peterborough. Yeah. So it all depends on who's bagging the item that you're buying.
I have another message or a comment from Jarrett about buying it for his daughter for her birthday because she was right into She-Ra. When it came out on Netflix, her birthday is this month and she's not a fan anymore, so thank God we didn't give it to her.
She's a fan of She-Ra.
She was, yeah.
Yeah, I heard they canceled the new She-Ra on Netflix. That's what I'm pretty sure I heard that. It's more like anime, right? I'm also a geek. I also run a geek site on Facebook as well. But yeah, I heard She-Ra's canceled. I don't know. I never watched it. It's more like anime. I'm not really much into anime. We're into Brooklyn Nine-Nine right now. We're a little late to the show, yes. I guess you would say.
But lucky for us, we're at the beginning, so we have all kinds of episodes to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been really good. That we just, my post the other day was about the IPTV. That IPTV is awesome. If you had one of those like Android boxes, like 7-8 years ago, and you got like all these free shows, it's kind of like that, but now you have to pay for it. It's only like $15, but you get every channel, like every movie. It's crazy. So we're watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Trying to think what other cartoons are on there right now. Well, IPTV has the original He-Man. But I wish it had G.I. Joe, but it doesn't have G.I. Joe.
I wonder if it has raccoons.
Raccoons. I remember raccoons.
I don't know why I just thought of that, but
Yeah,
I was trying to think of an old cartoon, and that's the first thing that came to my head.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Vintage Fraggle Rock is on there. One of my teachers in high school actually worked on Fraggle Rock as one of the puppeteers. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But I think we're veering off topic here. But hey, I'll talk about anything. If anyone wants to talk about anything, let's go for it. I can talk about just about anything. But yeah, guys, well, I guess we'll just end it here. Been on for about half an hour. Just wanted to touch base with everyone, see how everyone was doing, let you know how we're doing. We are still alive. I know it's been since Christmas since we've been on, but again, been busy, and I don't know, with this kidney stone, imagine somebody jamming a knife into your kidney, and now you have to go to the thrift store and you have to look for things to sell. It's a real pain. It's painful. You don't really want to do it, but you have to do it. So to carry a camera around and film yourself while you're doing it, it's not really something you want to do. So that's kind of where I've been. So I apologize, but hopefully I don't get any more stones from here.
Yes.
Hopefully. Gotta drink water. So. All right. Well, thanks for coming out, everyone. And we will try to make a habit of this. If you want daily vlogs, again, leave a message in the comments. I don't mind doing that. That's fine with me. It's always fun to talk to everybody, help people. That's kind of what we're here for. So just leave a comment. All right. So I guess that's it. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.